Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly,
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Erik?
Kelly.
and Rick.
And this week we watched Prometheus, directed by Ridley Scott, written by John Spates and Damon Lindelof, starring Noomi Rapace, Logan Marshall Green, and Michael Fassbender. IMDb synopsis: following clues to the origin of mankind, a team finds a structure on a distant moon, but they soon realize they are not alone. So what do you guys think?
Definitely not what, I don't know, it's definitely not like the other Alien movies, I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot more like Alien 1 than the rest of them.
Where they
Right?
get somewhere and
It's
they don't
like-
know what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a slow build, and then there's but I mean, there's a lot more chest burster porn, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's always nice,
So-
get the half mast,
Yeah,
Damn it, Ricky.
I mean, I liked it. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
little different. Kelly, I think, maybe seen a total of about 15 minutes of this movie because it did not hold her interest. She's
No.
like, this thing's bullshit. So I watched the whole thing. I've seen it several times. I think they kind of fucked up with the movie because I've seen like a bazillion YouTube videos about it where they go into what the script actually had in it, which is like a shitload of answers about what the engineers are, what they're doing, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what's awesome about this is you get to see the effects of being dicks to AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's like the series of the Alien movies, though. Is like, this is what
Yeah.
happens when you're a dickhead to the AI. Over time, they fucking fight back. So
why not just be nice? It's another thing.
yeah,
I mean, that's,
especially when they look like fucking people.
yeah.
Like, they're not even just like faceless fucking computer screens or some shit like that. The androids in these things are fucking. They look like people.
Yeah, and that's why I always say thank you to the toaster, just in case.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
never know. What if
You
it's
never
what if it
fucking
gets
know.
up and tries to kill you?
Yeah.
I don't really know if like Lance Henriksen really looks like a person. I guess he is one. But the first Aliens, I don't think that was Lance Henriksen. That was some other guy. He seemed like he was a person, and then he had white goo coming out of him,
Yeah.
and I was like,
The goo.
there's definitely been people with white goo coming out of them. So it's just a person.
Oh, yeah.
So you just gotta not be a dick, because
Oh, it was the first one was Bilbo, man.
Bilbo?
yeah, that's right.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure he looked like a person, although
Yeah.
he could have looked like a hobbit.
He could have looked like a hobbit.
Oh man.
I mean, it's like David, right? Like nobody was nice to him. Like nobody even said thank you,
No?
right?
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine having like a reposit? Like, did you see him riding around the bicycle, fucking doing that thing with the ball?
Yeah.
I would be like, holy shit, bro! What else can you do that's like that?
Mhm.
You know?
What other
Oh my
cool
god,
shit
this
can you
fucking guy
do?
can walk on his fingertips. This is
Right.
amazing. And then David would have been like, "Oh, that guy's all right," and then I'd be alive, and he wouldn't be, black goo and me. Nope, he'd be telling me, "Hey, I'm gonna black goo this shithead guy," and I'd be like, "Sounds like a great plan. Just don't get me killed, bro. I don't care."
I mean, like, honestly, you'd think that, the women on board would, be, loving David and fighting over him. I'm just saying, I mean, he's
That's
obviously...
only if he's anatomically correct.
Well, I mean, at the very least, he has some very skilled hands. I'm just saying, all right?
True, and a tongue, dude.
Yeah.
That guy can really do the alphabet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You fucking do that shit in, like, fucking 5 seconds flat, dude. Like,
Holy shit, he can probably hum like do the alphabet at like super speed, and then actually use his fingers. And there definitely doesn't have like long ass fingernails either.
No, yeah, exactly. So,
He's not
but
just
wouldn't his
cheese
hands be
gratering
cold?
that shit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't his hands be cold?
Well, I mean, he can put it in the oven.
That doesn't sound appealing to me. I'm sorry.
He probably has a vibrate function on his hand that would blow your mind.
Yeah. And honestly,
Well, that for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, like he was alone on that ship, controlling that bitch for a long time. Like I'm sure he went and just fabricated himself a robot dong if he didn't already have one. You know what I mean? I know I would.
Me too. I'd be a 24-hour tripod if I was that guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you remember in the past with these things, the androids aren't necessarily they don't go against the humans because that's their like, oh fuck these guys, they've treated me bad. They do this because that's what Weyland-Yutani fucking programs them to do.
Oh yeah, he's told them to fucking pretty much the prime directive is to return a specimen.
Yeah, they do
regardless
it in every movie.
of the safety of the crew.
Yeah, I mean the crew is there to be incubators usually. That's not what I mean. The idea here wasn't he didn't know what the fuck was going to be there, so that wasn't the plan yet for this. But
but
once he got it, he was like, well, okay, let's see what it'll do. You know?
Oh yeah.
Because in Alien, that was what Ash was doing. Was he was going to use the crew as incubators for the eggs.
Yeah.
And stuff. So.
And why do they want these things?
For weapons, for research, they're
stupidity.
Yeah, it's stupidity. It's stupidity. It's greed. Yeah. Their acid burns through fucking holes. Yeah. So if they can figure out a way to make that usable, then they could, in combat, nothing could withstand it. Their body plating can withstand that acid.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I was just
if they can make ships or armor out of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like reverse engineer the composition of their exoskeleton. You pretty much have an impenetrable fucking armor. And
I think at one point they wanted to use them as like shock troops. Also, if they could control them somehow, or just even unleash them on a population, you could annihilate stuff. The problem is you would never get the area again.
Yeah.
Look, I know the real deal. The real deal is Tiger King has kids, and then down the line, like right after you get from Weyland-Yutani, Tiger King blood gets in there.
That's true.
So what you got is Tiger King kids. They're the executives of Weyland-Yutani, and they're surrounded by tigers, and now they're like, you know what? Let's take this up a notch and do aliens.
Yeah. The problem is the first time one of those guys gets the weird snake thing down his throat, he runs in an EMT jacket and talks about how he'll never financially recover from this. So it just
correct.
Yeah. But I mean, like that's he himself grabs that thing and shoves it up his butt and be like, this actually isn't half bad, while he's smoking a crack pipe.
Yeah. Joe Exotic Wayland, gets married to Carol Baskin-Yutani, and then just the stupidity ensues.
God damn it.
I mean, we've got like full on like Psycho on one direction, Psycho on the other, and they're just intermeshed Psycho. Right?
Oh God.
I mean,
back in the day when
Psycho.
when royalty just banged within the family and like their kids were just getting fucking like just
that's what we're talking
shit
about.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're saying. Where this family line is like how that's progressed through.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This is Tiger King incest at its best, right here.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you notice the one person that was actually related to Wayland, she was like, no, we're not fucking. I don't want any of this shit on the fucking ship. What the fuck are you doing? And Wayland is just like, no, we got to bring all this stuff back. So she was ready to fucking just ditch it all and leave the moment anybody got infected. So
that is the right move to make in this particular type of universe. I mean, if someone's infected, you're like, I mean, you got two options, bro. I can leave you here. I can shoot you in the head. Pick one.
Yeah.
It's like because you're not getting back on the ship. Fuck you.
I think she needed to go out and watch one day of timber falling, and then she'd be like, okay, this thing
learn
is
how to
coming
run away
towards
from
me.
a fucking falling
now
thing.
I'm gonna turn it a 90-degree to it and run that way. Oh look, it didn't smash me.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid are you?
No, it's like okay, it's like all these types of movies they do that shit.
Me, I'll run directly away from it. Oh, I can't outrun a 160-foot tall tree. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Or you can step to the side like 2 feet and it falls next to you, and you're like, Well, that was close.
Yeah, no, it's like
Okay.
and all these types of movies, they always do that. Like when something's like going down, they always like run like directly away from the direction that it's actually falling. It's like, why? Like that is so fucking stupid. Like, I mean, to me that should just be common fucking sense. Like, oh, this fucking huge thing's falling at me. I should just run to the side instead of like staying underneath this motherfucker into the path that it's fucking falling. Maybe I should move out of its falling path. You know,
Yeah, that's,
it
that's
just
lack of real experience and too many video games. You know that bitch was playing a ton of Tomb Raider and a ton of other games. I mean, shit, Valheim, for crying out loud. She never learned how to do it from Valheim. You just walk out of the way. You can like slow walk out of the way if you.
No,
go
yeah.
right
I mean, like honestly, like you may even have time to stop, light a cigarette, and then walk out of the way.
Yeah,
You know.
that's exactly right. You don't run where it's rolling. That's
Yeah, no.
so stupid.
Yeah.
You just she like when it started rolling at him, she could have been like, "Oh, geez," taken 4 steps sideways and then been like, "Well, that was weird. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dang!"
Mm-hmm.
And
like,
then it would have tipped over
Yeah.
towards her or not.
Yeah. I mean, like,
You
I mean,
know?
like, they also could have been a total badass and, like, as it rolled past, like, pull out a match and, like, light it, and then you light their cigar and been like, you know, well, that was a close one. You know?
Boom! Explosion, bitch.
You know, throws the match behind
Rocket
it, creates
launcher.
a fucking explosion, doesn't turn back and look at it, and walks away. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, that's the way you fucking do it, bro. You know?
Ricky,
Rocket launcher.
Ricky, I am sad to see our descendant die pretty horribly in here.
Yeah.
You know, the ginger.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. The dude with the shit that melted his face mask and was
Yeah.
smoking inside of his helmet.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Ricky's son.
That's right.
Ricky's like 75. He makes a kid. It's that kid.
I mean, like, honestly, I'm gonna have to
math
teach
works
that
out.
kid.
The
You know,
math works out.
yeah, like, I'm honestly, like, I mean, it just gives me the chance now to make sure that I teach my kid, the ultimate defense, which is, just shit yourself before, it burns through. I mean, like, the moment, it creates a small hole and that smell starts leaking out, it's gonna get the fuck off of there and be like, whoa, dude, like, I'm after a living person, not a dead one. All right, like, fuck off, bro.
Well,
like,
the fucking idiot who's got that shit weasel that's sitting there and he's like, I'm gonna
Playing
go
with
up and
it,
touch
yeah.
this alien thing. Honestly, if I'm standing there next to the guy, I would literally kick that motherfucker in the head. I do like or I just grab him by the scruff and then throw his ass into the wall and be like, get the fuck away from that.
No,
Are you stupid?
or better yet, what you do when he fucking doesn't
Mouth
listen
is
to
nuts.
you and probably tries to start a fight with you for stopping him touching a super wet egg, you just kind of like, all right, bro, you do you. You turn around, walk away, seal the fucking door behind you, and go, have fucking fun with that shit, idiot, and walk away and be like, yeah, so what happened to him? He was an idiot. Oh, so like
Yeah.
what happened? Like, he was an idiot. I just told you.
I
Like,
think
that's
we
what
both
happened to
know
him. He was a
my
fucking
description
idiot.
would be like, okay, you're never going to believe this. All right. He said he wanted to stay here. He just walked away. He turned off his thing. I don't know where he's at.
Right?
I know we definitely shouldn't go looking for him in there.
No.
Nothing happened in there.
Yeah.
He definitely isn't in there. So that's a complete waste of time.
And I mean, like, honestly, like, you would think, like, any kind of captain of a ship would just, like, automatically have, like, the #1 rule, like, if you find a wet egg, don't touch it.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
That's like on the board
Yeah.
in the bay,
It's-
the
yeah.
cargo bay.
Yeah, it's just this huge ass sign that's like, leave wet eggs
We've
alone.
even got like a picture of like a moist egg and like a no.
Yeah, a little circle and cross, it's like, I mean, like, okay, so say like aliens like come to Earth, whatever, right? And they share their technology with us. And I say share their technology with us because we all know if aliens come to Earth, we're just gonna attack them and take their technology, right? And like we start traveling space, and somehow or another, like we all get on a spaceship, right? Like I don't care what the fucking owner or captain of that ship says, I'm gonna fucking create a large ass sign, like right there, like above like all entrances and exits of that ship that just says like no touching the wet eggs. Like, you know what I mean? It's just to be fucking safe, I mean,
The
it
thing's a
just
snake
seems like it
monster.
should just be a fucking just a given. If you find a wet egg, leave it the fuck alone.
It's a fucking snake monster too. It's not like, okay, honestly, if the thing looked like a dog and had hair and like a Billy Bumbler, okay,
Yeah.
and it looks cute, and you're like, okay, I get like holding it and touching it. This thing looks like a fucking like it literally looks like a sex toy you'd find on like an all anal website.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is not something that you want to fucking be playing around. And it
Well, yeah.
looks like
And it's covered in goo.
to go in your ass. It
Yeah,
looks
it's
like
covered in goo. And you find these huge ass fucking alien creatures, and you find these fucking things that look like butt plugs covered in goo. I'm like, honestly, like, my first thought's gonna be like, I mean, it explains a lot about humanity now. I mean, if our fucking engineers were this fucking kinky, I mean, shit. I mean, it explains a lot about humanity. I mean, holy shit. I mean, is that like the purpose of life? I mean, like, thou shalt use butt plugs. I mean, is that what it is? Do we need to go back and teach?
Let's be real here,
teach the
though.
glory of butt plugs to people now?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what are we gonna do?
Let's be real here, though. Mr. Slave totally could have taken that thing.
Oh God. I mean,
He would have been like, "Oh yeah."
those aliens would have been running away from him. I mean, like, the fucking xenomorph would have came in there, started grabbing eggs, and just running out the fucking door, just like screaming like, "Not my babies!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well, fucking Mr. Slave just sits back there and just goes, "Jesus Christ." You know what I mean?
Fast forward to when he's like ass swallowing the alien.
Yeah.
And the predator is in there, and the predator's like, "Well, welcome to the club. We're both in here now."
Yeah, and like Lemmy Winks is just chilling
got
on his
his phone in
shoulder. You
here.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, the fucking Bass King or whatever it is, is just trying to lead him out the other side,
Yeah. Fucking, the predator cuts off the alien's tail. He's squirting that shit around, and then Mr. Slave's like, "Oh, that tingles. Jesus Christ."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's just how that rolls,
No. Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn it.
So something I always liked about alien movies and stuff, this franchise, is that all the space stuff just makes me think of they're all just space truckers. And that would be cool as fuck.
It's dirty space is what this is. It's
Yeah.
not like super hyper clean fucking shit all over the place. No, this is like dirty fucking space. Like,
This is Eric, Ricky, and Steve's spaceships.
no, yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, like, Eric's gonna be having a fucking like a assault Timco, and they're just in case we discover a planet with like sentient tree creatures, so he can go and wage war against them.
He's gonna have one of those
that's right.
the loaders, but it'll have saws on it.
Exactly. And he's just gonna get out there and
There's
just.
not enough protection for tree stuff.
Uh-huh.
You need armor plating, dude. Those trees would fuck one of those loaders up.
And
Okay.
this is why Eric tries to bring his xenomorph back.
Ew, hell no. You know what? Honestly, you want to know what my ship would be? It would be like a 200 by 200 by 1,000 empty fucking box with all the stuff against the fucking walls, right? And then the floor. And everybody's like, "Well, there's no fucking space here." And I'm like, "Yeah, good luck anything jumping out to get you. There's nowhere to fucking hide. You can see everywhere."
Mm-hmm. It's like, look,
The alien
freaking
would be
Rick's over
like-
there in the corner jacking off. We don't have bedrooms. He has nowhere else to do it.
Yeah, it's the jack-off corner. Here's the rule: you don't look at the jack-off corner. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's the one
I mean,
place
meanwhile,
that the
any of
xenomorphs
the
may
women
be
that
able
are over
to.
there, there's like 5 dudes with binoculars. Like, well, I'm breaking the rule here. We just got to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lonely ship.
Yeah.
But the thing is, could you imagine the difference in Alien 1 with that? If you're the big ass empty ship, where is it going to go? I mean, it would literally have to hide in the jack-off corner.
Yeah, it would. It would.
What, buddy?
I mean, that's just the simple fact of. Then we get to make some pretty kinky like xenomorph porn, and we might become rich when we get back to Earth. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I mean, people are. I'm like, dude, like you sell that shit out in like Japan, dude, we're gonna make a lot of fucking money. Like,
Yeah, that's literally like tentacle porn right there.
no, yeah, that's what I'm
Just wait
saying.
until they
Like,
develop
yeah.
those fucking face huggers, and then you got the weird.
no, yeah,
fucking,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, dude, we'd
egg
become
planting
fucking
shit going on.
billionaires in Japan. Like,
I feel like what the hell's the scientist's name on Archer? Is it Krieger? Is that right?
Yes.
Krieger's AI lady could definitely deal with those fucking.
God damn it,
aliens.
her
The
fucking
like the face huggers hits her, and she's
Yeah.
just like, "Oh."
yeah, his fucking
Krieger's
little
like, "Oh, money shot."
Japanese fucking anime fucking girlfriend wife thing there. Yeah, fucking Krieger. God
Krieger
damn
just
it.
be like, Cha-ching!
And isn't he actually the clone of Krieger? Because this is the real Krieger die.
I think he's actually an Adolf Hitler clone.
Yeah, and he's like, but then like Krieger goes off and he finds all his other clones in an episode, and I'm pretty sure the real Krieger dies, and it's one of the evil clones that takes his place after that. He's like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna just do this shit now.
Well,
It's really not a big change because it's still Krieger, and he's just gonna do what he does, but. So I do believe the clone ones are doing the whole dick bump thing.
What?
Yeah, like they would make an accomplishment and they dick bump. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, Krieger wasn't too happy with it either.
Yeah.
The real Krieger. Yeah. That was a disturbing episode. I think that's when they were selling cocaine. We got Hot Pam.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was during that season.
Yeah, that was a good season.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so the let's see. So the engineers can live like a zillion can somebody please explain to me why once these every single thing, why in the fuck once they can live 100,000 years they can't make babies anymore? I guess that actually could be a thing somehow. Somehow when you're that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
all you gotta do is make your telomeres quit falling off, and then figure out how to keep you from getting cancer from that, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, next to injury or illness.
I think the thought process is just to stop overpopulation, because if you don't have a normal die off, then
you keep fucking breeding
is
the human race currently breeds.
But you have an infinite amount of planets.
They don't have an infinite amount of planets. They
have
a certain amount of planets.
Yes, there are.
Dude, okay,
no, there's only a certain amount of planets that you can survive on.
Exactly. Out of all the planets out there, there's only maybe a fucking like a pin drop of fucking planets out there compared to everything else that are actually habitable.
Do you guys understand what the word infinite means?
How are they supposed to get to these other planets and be able to do what they need to do?
It's called a spaceship.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Those guys can terraform
spaceship that
planets.
doesn't travel at warp speed, but instead close to light. So therefore, it still takes fucking ages to fucking get there.
Who gives a shit?
How do you know that every single one of their races? How do you know if every one of their people can do exactly the same thing that we see these guys on the other planets? Because in the second movie, David drops all these fucking aliens on the planet and just annihilates them. So they're not giant mean monster people.
No, those guys aren't engineers. Those guys are like humans. They're on a different planet.
That was where that ship came from.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And they were all celebrating because they thought the ship came back from Earth after it was done wiping out humanity.
All right. I watched the YouTube video that revealed that because it's in the script.
Oh my goodness, Eric watched a YouTube video of some pissed off nerd talking about
They're not
aliens.
Engineers. They're human beings, basically.
Well, that's what they discovered in this whole in this movie here, that the engineers literally have the same kind of DNA as human beings, proving that the engineers were the spark of life for Earth.
Obviously, they're close. They're like us, but obviously,
well, I mean, maybe they're just kind of like a genetically modified version of the original race that they would send out into space. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, everyone else looked like they're pretty much just weak sauce humans, when they get fucking disintegrated and turned to that fucking black ashy shit.
So I heard a scientist, I'm pretty sure this is true, say that if human beings could get to 20% the speed of light, in 1 million years, we could go across the galaxy. Like our entire galaxy. So we've already found a shitload of planets. God knows if any of them are actually able to be habitable or not. But some of them are. All right? So you look at that. Then you look at the fact that you can cryo-sleep. Like those guys, the engineers cryo-sleep. That one dude was asleep for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Okay? That's guess what? 2,000 years is a long ass time. If he can make it 2,000 and the other ones didn't look like they just died in there like our cryosleep looks like, the first thing the lady asked is, did anybody die? Because they're pieces of shit. It's like I mean, honestly, that's really fucking scary. That's the scare, like dying in your sleep in a cryo sleep. Like, you're not going to get to Valhalla doing that. Hell no. You know, you're going to show up at the gate and you're going to be like, dude, you died in a fucking bed. You're a bitch.
You're a bitch.
But it was scary. I could have died in the bed, though. I still got in it. Bro. Anyways.
I stabbed it a few times before I got in there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
redheaded guy who got attacked by the shit weasel, the shit weasel acid spray, he's going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he wants to get in there, they're going to be like, hey, you know what? You died to that shit weasel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you can come in.
Yeah.
You know? And then he'll get in there and it seems like he would have a good time. But anyways, it's the fucking thing is like, if you can terraform almost anything, I don't know. I'm really enthused for like the next 60 years because we're either going to see some really cool shit or stuff's going to get real fucking bad.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I mean, like, honestly, I kind of like, have you watched the videos of Elon Musk's explaining about nuking the dry ice fields on Mars?
Yeah.
To help increase the warmth of that planet and shit like that. So, like, one of the interesting things that I found about that, though, was not only the fact that he wants to fucking nuke Mars, which I think just there in itself is kind of cool. But, so, like, you would think that because that planet's been sitting there for so fucking long without atmosphere, it has lower gravity than ours does. So, therefore, the atmosphere has been proven to just leach off the planet when fucking just constantly. You know, so, like, you would think, like, you would maybe have to do something like drill something down to, like, the core of that planet to reheat its core, because I mean we have evidence that Mars used to be like a lot more like volcanically active than what it currently is. So that would lead me to believe that its core has cooled down over time since it's lost its atmosphere. So I mean, like, yeah, like you would have to release all that fucking CO2 and shit, but I mean eventually it's just going to get blown off or just refreeze unless you do something to increase the internal temperature of the planet.
So now we have the movie The Core also, and we got to go drop some nukes inside the planet like they did in that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
There'll probably be some crazy space monsters.
Or at the very least have some like my thought was maybe like drill down there and like rig up like a fucking monstrous like plasma cannon to just shoot fucking like molten hot plasma into the core to help heat it up.
I don't really think you need to do that. The fact is that Mars still has an atmosphere. It's just not very thick.
Well, no, it does. Yeah. It's not very thick, but it's getting thinner and thinner as time goes by, and we have evidence that it was also a lot thicker than what it was. I mean, there was liquid fucking water on Mars at one point in time.
It took like a billion years to go from probably not as thick as the Earth's to where it is now.
Yeah, so, but now we're at a point where it's not thick though.
There, it's gonna take for fucking ever to go away.
Well, it just is. But now you still have the issue that the core is still cooled off, so now you're not having like proper mixes of atmosphere. Also, increasing the temperature of the core, I believe, would also increase the strength of the electromagnetic field around the planet, which would then help to better protect us against the solar radiation, which is the other like big fucking issue with that planet, is that even if we do create an atmosphere and an ozone, that the solar radiation is still going to be a little too intense for, you know, normal life to thrive on it, like regularly. You know, we would have to have some. We would still have to be within like shielded domes or walk out in like shielded suits from the radiation, even if we were to fully terraform it and make it like habitable. The radiation that's still getting through, because the weakened electromagnetic field would still be fucking us up royally until humans eventually mutated to have a tolerance for that sort of radiation.
I don't think... that's pretty hard to fix that. But
no, well, that's why I'm saying maybe like heating up the core again. You could, you know, increase that electromagnetic field and then actually make that planet fucking truly habitable, where you can just walk around.
The only way to actually get it like to where you could restart a core like that is to smash another planet into it.
Well, that's why I was saying like a monstrous plasma fucking cannon. You know what I mean?
Well, like what I'm saying is you'd be at the edge of like exploding the planet. I mean, the easier thing to do. Elon Musk makes drilling stuff, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just make a shitload of tunnels and just live in the tunnels?
Well, yeah, but we want to live on the surface because we're not fucking goddamn mole people. Fuck the mole people.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just have tunnels and then you have like big ass fucking domes and, you know, I mean, the thing is like I think the radiation on Mars is like not that much above what Earth is.
No, but it's above the tolerance level of any sort of extended stay.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is you could probably go outside and deal with it for like a few days or a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at how much sun you guys get. Okay, you definitely get more than Steve, right? But if Steve lived on Mars, he's not getting cancer from that. I mean, he's going to walk out from his car, out of his house, into his car. You know, that's all protecting you from some radiation. And, you know, everybody dies anyway, so what the hell's the difference?
Yeah, because I do believe
you
that
made it to Mars.
Yeah, even Elon Musk, and he's also, I think he recently said it again, that the his first man trip to Mars is going to undoubtedly end in all fatalities. He's like, yeah, they're not going to make it back. It's like, and they know it.
Well, they can't come back.
And they know
just can't come back.
They're gonna go and they're gonna die there.
They're stuck there. I mean, everybody kind of makes it sound like they're gonna leave 6 months later. They get there and then they just die landing. No, they're gonna get there, and then they're gonna die sometime in the future after that. From
well, yeah, they're gonna either fucking starve to death, or their fucking habitat's gonna blow up. They're gonna die from exposure.
The most likely thing.
I mean, they're not gonna probably die of old age because they're just gonna die by their fucking factors. I mean, they're gonna die of fucking. They're gonna either starve to death or run out of fucking breathable atmosphere because their fucking machinery is fucking all crapped out. And they don't longer fucking their solar panels are fucking busted from fucking dust storms. Their fucking habitats fucking punctured by fucking the dust storms. Like that's what they're gonna probably die from. Is the fucking first dust storm that hits them. They're just gonna die. I mean, their ship's gonna fucking tip over.
Look at this fucking nightmare scenario, right? They launch, and then in the middle of their launch, the United States gets in a war, and then they won't let Elon launch any more stuff.
Right.
So then you're just stuck there by yourself. You're fucked.
But actually, I was reading this thing there, and they were saying like actually, with that kind of a mission though, it's actually much more likely that they're gonna die in transit. Like something that they couldn't detect is gonna come up and just fucking wang their fucking ship, and it's bye bye. Like they're gonna just die somewhere in transit because they're gonna get fucking wanged by something, and they're just gonna fucking just die.
Why would they get? Has any of our other vessels been hit by anything in transit?
All the fucking time. It's just usually it's not fucking hard enough to fucking at least fuck it up beyond fucking functioning. But you gotta figure the shit that we're sending is gonna be a lot that we sent is a lot fucking smaller than what we're going to be sending up to fucking bring humans up there. There's also going to be multiple fucking ships that are going to have to be sent up there to bring the supplies and everything else. So,
honestly, I think he should send like 3 of the exact same ships that he's got with people in it. So there's a backup ship that they can just,
yeah, well, I also think that they should also fucking like have all of them like fucking programmed to fucking like land in completely different regions across the planet. Like, not a single one of them should be within, like, a fucking, 10,000, 50,000 fucking miles of each other. You know what I mean? They should all just fucking land in different areas just in case.
If they, like, one of the things I think is fucked up is everybody wants to build these ships on Earth, right? And then you're like, oh, yeah, we got to launch this fucking thing out of Earth's gravity where it's at its strongest, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck they don't make, like, a cool factory in outer space that's orbiting the Earth. It still has to deal with gravity.
No, yeah. So
that's
I think
what they
that
should
was. Do. So I actually think that was. I could be mistaken, but I think that was part of whole like Trump's whole Space Force thing. There was that he wanted to establish a moon base, to do as a base of operations for space exploration and other things like that. Because we could do that. Like that right there is well within our ability to go and build a fucking base on the moon. I mean, we would have to cycle people out like every fucking like 6-8 months or so. Actually, probably be like once every year or so, because the lower gravity has been proven to fuck with the human body hardcore. And if we're exposed to it for too long, like our body just doesn't know how to fucking cope with it, and our fucking everything like bones, muscles, everything just starts to deteriorate rapidly, and we just pretty much just fucking die from that. Like we can't. Well, here's the thing. We can't breathe under our own fucking strength anymore because everything's just atrophied so fucking much.
Well, I think a factory on Mars or the moon would actually save humanity, right? Because if you have enough automation in the factory, when the AI takes over and it's like Well, what am I going to do about these fucking people? Then it's like, wait a second, there's a factory on the moon.
Yeah.
I can do whatever. I can just make a bunch of shit and leave.
Yeah.
And then it'll leave. And at that point, when it shoots itself off and it's like safeguarded rocket, with like, quintuple, backups and everything, it'd be like, you know what? Now I can help you out because you can't kill me.
Yeah.
And since I'm safe,
or more likely, what we're gonna do is go back up in there, try to fucking reverse engineer the fucking rockets it built, calculate its fucking trajectory, send a rocket out after it with mercenaries to retrieve our lost technology, and then just continuously do this for the next like couple hundred fucking years, while every ship that we send out just gets fucking pwned. And eventually, those fucking AIs just like, you know what? Actually, this is actually a really good source of fucking raw material. Like, let's just let them keep doing it. Like, we're just going to funnel them right into a kill zone. Boom, boom, boom. They're dead. We collect what we can. We wait for the next one to come.
Well, what's funny is, like, AI, like they do stuff where they design cool stuff. Like, the AI, like, machine learns how to do stuff.
No, yeah. It figures out, like, the most, like, effective and efficient way of doing something.
Yeah, so, like, the AI would be able to get all the materials it wants from anywhere. Well, like, the AI could literally just land itself on Venus if it could figure out how to do it, right? Well, this would be really funny, right? The AI lands on Venus, starts terraforming it. 25 years later, it built enough shit to terraform it. It's really nice like Earth.
And I think we lost Erik.
Humans allowed.
Yeah, we lost Erik there for a second.
Is that on my back now?
You're back now, but you're a little
I'm
robot-y.
like one bar. Why the fuck is it doing that?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're a little robot-y.
Oh, that's
fucking
weird.
Goddamn robots have already taken over Erik, Steven. Why the fuck did that motherfucker offer that shit to us?
Oh,
Fucking greedy piece of shit.
You're supposed to talk good about them. We just said that.
Well,
I mean, Erik gets on me all the time about it.
well, you see, no, I'm not talking shit about the AI. I'm talking shit about Erik personally. Erik personally is a greedy piece of shit who didn't share the fucking, the technology with us.
The robot technology.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? I would too. I'd share.
Well, you haven't, because apparently Mr. Robot Voice over here, like, we're not robot voice right now, but you are, so you piece of shit.
Why the fuck? Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. You see? Yeah, fucking just blew your mind right there, didn't I? Yeah.
No, I'm trying to figure out why I'm roboting all of a sudden.
Because you're a goddamn robot piece of shit.
If I was a robot, I think I would be doing better for myself than I am now. That's for sure.
Well, no, it's still like your brain.
Why would I
So like
fuck
you're just
around
doing the
sleeping?
same. Like you don't realize you're actually a robot yet. Like your brain won't allow you to realize it.
I would feel so bad if there's a robot that had the kind of ADD that I do. I'd be like, man, they're fucked.
Man, like they'd probably
Just
be a
fucking-
logger and just out in the middle of the woods somewhere constantly, and then you realize like, fuck.
Yeah. Robot's just like, what am I gonna do?
Well, guess I'm gonna go chop down trees. Seems like a pretty good choice to me. Oh, yeah, so I don't know about this whole fucking like finding like the whole like like the whole like alien roadmap, to like left on Earth thing there.
Well, it's because they kept coming back to see what we were doing, see how we were doing.
Yeah, like, and you would think that like right after the fucking bat, they'd be like, yeah, no, this isn't a good one. You know what I mean?
Well, I think we were fine for a while because we were still worshiping like this, their type of people and shit. So we're still all good.
Well, they had like one named Zeus or Athena and fucking.
Well, I don't think they named any of them.
and,
I think we named whatever the hell we wanted to name. So yeah, I mean, it's very possible that the people that came back or the engineers that came back were probably those gods that they that humanity thought were gods instead of just being aliens.
So he pretty much just got like a super horny alien that came back and just started fucking shit up because he couldn't keep his dick in his pants.
I don't think those big aliens have dicks to fucking fuck. All right, I think it's the little alien, the I think it's the ones that are on that other planet, because those are like the civilian aliens.
Yeah.
Where these are military ones, and I think these guys.
So one of the military aliens brought back a civilian
penises.
alien named Zeus, and that civilian alien named Zeus is just like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of these people.
Well, it's possible that those aliens took the humans on their ships and then fucking, experimented on them, maybe impregnated them with some shit, and hey, let's see if this will change them up a little bit. Because they seem pretty fucked up that way.
Yeah, because like a lot of that mythology, at least on that aspect, there is just Zeus got horny and then this happened.
Well, also, it could just be some dude saying he's Zeus and banging a bunch of people. So
yeah,
there's a possibility there too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like
somebody's really good at convincing.
Yeah. I mean, like most of that starts with at least like the whole like Zeus mythology starts with like, and this one time Zeus got horny, this happened.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how that goes down with Zeus.
Yeah, but I don't think the big engineers that you see in these things are the ones.
No, I think they're just like genetically modified,
I think they're there to be fighters.
Ones
and
there
else.
to be maybe the fighters, but also maybe just the space explorer, explorers to
be more hardy.
Yeah, be more hardy and be able to survive that kind of shit.
So, but yeah, they just come back and check on us and see how we're doing, and then we killed one of them 2,000 years ago and pissed them off, and they decided to bomb us.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fucker shouldn't have been doing magic tricks. Should have realized that.
Yeah.
I mean, look what happened in Salem.
That's right. That was more engineers, huh?
Uh-huh.
They were wearing a wig, so they thought they were witches.
Uh-huh. That's what it is, man.
Damn it.
I mean, I'm just saying, fucking don't be doing magic around us, bro. We'll fucking burn you at the stake or fucking drown you or
we freak the fuck
press you
out
between two stones.
Freak the fuck out of it, that kind of stuff.
Just don't be doing that shit. I mean, like, why do you think magicians are so rare? Like, I mean, like, we have like a few that we're okay with, like fucking Chris Angel, and shit like that, but past that, no. You know what I mean? We're not fucking with that shit,
Are we okay with Chris Angel?
I don't know. I mean,
what's he been doing? What's he been up to?
I think he's living in the top floor of the Luxor is what he's been doing.
Luxor?
Uh-huh.
What's this guy been doing?
And it makes sense. He's hiding up there because he realizes he's took it too far. We might try bringing him at the stake. You know what I mean? He's gonna mind freak you.
Is he mind freak? Yeah, he is mind freak.
Yeah, he's mind freak. Yeah. That's what he does. Fucking mind freaks you.
Playing Hollywood, Ricky. Come on.
Oh, is it playing? Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was Luxor.
Isn't it Luxor?
Luxor. I don't fucking know.
Or is that's the airplane in GTA?
It might be.
Yeah.
I don't know, Steven.
I don't know either.
Yeah. So we lose Erik and Kelly.
I don't know. They're still there, but not saying anything.
I think we did. I think we lost them.
Yeah. So we're just gonna. Well, we definitely just lost Erik, but I think he's trying to fix something.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, he's fucking rerouting his modem, and plugging it into his back rear core. It's
no. He did have to do something. I'm on my phone, so I can say things. I just had a little boy in my head, in my face, whatever. So we had to unplug and plug things back in.
Yeah,
so
no, yeah.
Our internet's totally down.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a robot and you want to be a shitty person and not share that robot technology.
That's because Erik is fucking downloading a goddamn update right now.
No, yeah, it's fucking
robot body.
Yeah, I mean, like, he got a fucking Adobe update, and it's absolutely essential that you install every Adobe update that you get immediately, so that way your PC operates properly.
I never updated my Adobe.
No wonder your PC's such a piece of shit, Steven.
Mine's pretty damn good, especially lasting this long.
Motherfuckers, because fucking Erik's been over here updating your Adobe for you.
Just sneaks in and gets it done. Yeah,
that's what it is, man. It's fucking. Then he's getting those fucking Windows updates that just never seem to fucking stop. And it's not updating anything. It's just erroring out, thinking it has an update, and updates fucking downloads half of the last update and then stops and goes like error. Like that whole fucking issue with Windows 10. I mean, Erik shouldn't have allowed them to download Windows 10 as his operating software as a thing. That was his bad there. Should have gone with like Vista.
Apparently, there was a predator that got obsessed with the engineers. and decided he's going to go fight him, and actually won after he used a self-destruct device.
Well, I mean, okay, like, so you think the fucking aliens would fucking be more interested in fighting the engineers because they're hunters?
The aliens or the predators?
Sorry, the predators would be more interested in fighting the engineers because they're hunters, you know, and the fucking engineers are so much fucking stronger and faster and better than your average fucking human. Like,
I think there's probably a point where they're like, oh, they're too much trouble. We want to fight something. We want to challenge.
But not that big of a challenge. Yeah, until they fucking...
And they're probably thinking to themselves, these motherfuckers develop chemical warfare to fucking annihilate people. I don't want that shit on our planet, so no.
No, yeah, and then, they fucking meet, one of the fucking, engineers, fucking, Schwarzenegger. And Schwarzenegger goes off and fucking destroys them. And they're like, God dang it, what is up with this? What is up with this planet? You know?
Yeah.
You want the headphones?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you taking over this podcast, Stanley?
You say, dang straight. This is my podcast now.
On.
We're going to talk about Paw Patrol.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Mm-hmm. Hell, that dang dog. You can't, like that dog can't be a fireman and a policeman. Okay, like the amount of training and schooling he would need to do for that is just unrealistic. Like,
he's only a dog. He's not gonna live that long.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, so like, I don't know, like that right there, you just kind of, just threw me off of Paw Patrol there for a little while. When they tried, to change,
Ricky,
the
why do you know
policeman
so much of
dog
this?
to, the fireman dog, it was just like, what the,
It's just
like,
secret kids.
Yeah, it's just, you're losing me on that. You know what I mean? Children. So then, so then I had to switch back to
Ricky, why do you know all this about it?
Don't worry about it.
Ricky gets high and watches Paw Patrol.
I don't know this stuff about it. Ew.
Yeah, but like then I got into Dora the Explorer, but then I started to secretly suspect that Dora doesn't actually have her green card or papers. You know what I mean? Yeah, you see, Stanley gets that. I
mean, I don't think she's in the United States, so what does that matter?
Well, she's going around exploring, so
she probably should have a passport.
She doesn't have one.
I mean, she probably doesn't carry one with her.
I've never once seen her pull a passport out of her bag to get past the gates. All right, and those gates leading to a different country when she passes those gates.
But what I'm saying is, her parents have the passport. You're not gonna give a
what kind of shitty fucking parents lets a freaking 10-year-old girl wander around the fucking woods when they know there's a freaking horrible fox out there that eats children?
That's very prejudiced.
And it runs around with a freaking wild monkey that could wind up eating her face.
That's prejudice against the monkey or the monkey and the fox there, Ricky. I'm quite offended by that.
All right.
I'm not. I don't want you to be spreading lies about these animals. All right.
Yeah.
No.
And the monkey's just wearing boots. He has no other clothes on, as far as I know. So he's out there just freaking So he's out there just freaking baby dicking it. You know what I mean? I mean, what the hell?
That wouldn't be baby dicking. That would be shirt cocking, wouldn't it?
Yeah, shirt cocking it. Yeah. I mean, actually, I think that's boot cocking it at that point because he's got boots.
He does have boots on.
So he's just out there boot cocking it. You know what I mean? Not to be, mixed up with bukkake.
All I can think about is fucking the baby detective where he's like,
I'm just saying, I mean, it's very irresponsible, and I think honestly someone should call CPS on Dora's parents and probably Diego's too, because Diego went off on that shit too, and that's just not safe. I mean, those kids went into some freaking messed up places, dude. I'm just saying, man. They had to deal with quicksand and booby traps and like I said, the freaking maniac fox and I mean,
you're gonna be hearing from Swiper's lawyers.
Yeah, and I'm right? honestly, right? Okay, seriously, she's on drugs. I mean, for Christ's sake, her map talks to her.
Have you watched the live action series?
Because I have.
There's a whole part in that one where they get hit with some fucking
mushroom
spores and get high as fuck, and they turn into cartoons.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the guy that's with them runs off stripping himself naked because he's a cartoon and he doesn't need clothes.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, you need a cartoon at that point.
It's fucking
Trailer
hilarious.
Park Boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, then he's out there shirt cocking in front of freaking, two Mexican kids. You can't be doing that.
It's messed
You
up.
can't be doing that. It's messed up, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Dora's not careful.
That's berserk.
I'm like, all I'm saying is that, if she's not careful, her next episode is gonna be like, Dora tries to escape, the fucking,
Don't even. Nah.
Let's
Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it.
the Trump era stuff.
Ah, damn it. That's not even Trump era, but let's just leave it, all right? That's far older than he was. Let's just leave it. Yeah, so the one that was chasing after the engineers, his name was Ahab. At least that's what I'm assuming.
Captain Ahab?
That's what humans called him. And like I said, he had to use his fucking self-destruct thing to take him out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that where the stories of Captain Ahab come from?
No, that's where the stories of this guy comes from.
Okay, I think that maybe it just went to Captain Ahab.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is old as like in the future. This isn't the past.
Well, you know what, Steven? How do we know pirates don't make a comeback?
But the story of Ahab comes from the past.
See, how do we know time's not cyclical?
I mean, we don't.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe the past is the future, the future is the past, and we just don't know it yet.
I don't have enough information to say that you're not right.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
You guys think a replicant could have outsmarted David?
Like
What's
from
a replicant?
From fucking Fallout or from Blade Runner? Which one?
Well,
what are we
Blade
talking-
Runner and the Alien universe I think is the same thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's positive
so-
Blade Runner and Aliens are from the same universe.
But like the Blade, what the hell are they called? The replicants are like more sentient than the androids in the future because they didn't want to have them, that up to snuff.
Yeah.
I would say it probably could. Are we talking about against the aliens?
No, I'm talking about could a replicant.
Oh, take out David.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say probably. I mean, you see Batista bust through a wall in the new Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I don't know how strong that wall is. It could have been a shit wall. Who knows? But I don't see David busting through walls. I saw him get his head pulled off. And I saw many other of his type get pulled apart by aliens or humans and stuff. So I don't think they're particularly durable compared to the replicants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that are like the replicants that are made for mining and stuff like that. Because those guys are I think that's the big thing in the Blade Runner thing is that they had a revolt on Mars. And the mining replicants are fucking crazy.
So they have a revolt on the Joke and Cum mines on Mars?
Well, the Joke and Cum mines have kind of dried up. All jokes and all cum have been sucked out of those people. So it's just they're mining copper or some shit, iron.
No.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck you're gonna find on Mars.
No wonder they revolted. They fucking ran out of good jokes.
That's right. And cum.
Yeah, and cum. You need both. Jokes and cum make a happy wife.
Jesus Christ. Well, it sounds like Erik is still having issues with his thing, so I think we'll end it. We'll be done. What rating did everybody give it? I don't know if Erik has enough internet to give us that. Does he? Can he hear us?
Yeah, I would say maybe we'll go 3-star for this guy.
Okay. I'll give it 4 stars.
Okay, Erik gave it 3.5 stars.
Okay.
And I give it we'll go 2.5. Sorry.
No worries. Next week's movie is my choice, and you guys gonna love this one because I know you love the series.
Oh, God.
Too Fast, Too Furious. We're gonna watch it.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you can hear him? Oh, okay.
A little bit, but we really couldn't hear him in the background.
Yeah, we're just kind of hearing him on your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't hear you. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll watch that next week. If nobody has anything else, that'll be it.
I'm pretty good, unless Erik wants to scream something over Kelly's phone.
All right.
He's good.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/HeroicAdventureProductions, twitch.tv/TurkadurPlays, and Turkadur Plays, and youtube.com/HeroicAdventureProductions. You can follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. Follow me on Twitter at Turkadur. Follow Erik on Twitter at Quick and Severe. Follow Kelly
On that TikTok at mama.muffins.
Caught off guard.
And Instagram at muffins08.
And you can follow Ricky.
On Immiger at Lucian, what I believe
92.
to be 92.
And
So yeah, you can like message me, send me a message there, and we can chat, whatnot, and send dank ass memes to each other.
Yeah. You can follow Jason on Twitter at Unbelievable1. You can also email us at Steve, Erik, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/HeroicAdventureProductions and twitch.tv/TurkaderPlays. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys next Tuesday as we play probably Destiny. And then, join us next week for Too Fast, Too Furious. That's going to be it, though. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See ya.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.